So this video is going to kick off a series of videos where I plan on documenting the process of trying to become a full-time creative entrepreneur. And I'm going to call it the Becoming series. It's based off of a quote in the book Mindset by Carol Dweck, where she says, "Becoming is better than being." And I'm not going to get into all the nuances of that statement, but that's where it comes from. I made a road trip / backpacking video in September when I went to Oregon, and I'm proud of the video, but it didn't turn out to be exactly what I had planned for it to be. I wanted it to be a demo video that I could use to reach out to like tourism boards and travel agencies and pitch them, you know, my services to try to get paid gigs, but the video ended up being fucking 20 minutes long. I do think I'll try and cut it down and maybe split up the road trip and the backpacking portions and cut it down into something more digestible so that maybe it can still serve the original purpose that it intended to. Now that I'm staying in Wyoming for the winter, I've been reaching out to local businesses and offering to shoot videos for them for free. I wish I had started doing this a few months ago when I first made the decision to stay here. I guess it hasn't been a few months, about a month, I guess, because so many creative entrepreneurs preach creating value and starting with value and sort of layering up from there. But I had taken advice from people who I do respect, but people had given me the advice that I shouldn't give my time away for free. And I think for some people in certain situations, that advice makes sense, but you have to take context into account. And for me, that advice, just call it what it is, it was bad advice for me. But not doing work for free and not creating value through providing these free services makes sense for people who view things in a more traditional manner, where trading your time for money is just the way that you make money, where there's a linear relationship between the amount of hours that you put in and the money that you make. Taking advice from people who you respect and who are going to tell you the truth is a good start, but those people also need to believe in what you're doing. You probably have people in your life that care a lot about you, and if given the chance, they would protect you from any amount of pain and heartache that they could. But these people aren't great for advice either. They probably just want the best for you, but they're also probably going to try to talk you down from whatever crazy ideas that you have. So the step that I'm at right now is trying to continue to build my portfolio. I had a meeting last weekend with a local craft brewery in town, and I'm gonna shoot a video for them for free, which I'm super excited about. I made a few real estate demo videos, and I started reaching out to real listing agents, realtors, whatever you call them, and offered to shoot videos for them for a fee. I haven't had much success so far, and I think some of that might be due to the state of the housing market, but it also might just be due to the fact that I don't have a large portfolio to show them. So I think I'm going to take my own advice. I think I first heard it, shout out to a few more creators that I love, but I think I first heard it from Lizzie Pierce and Chris Howe. But I think their advice was that discounting what you're worth in the short term just to get jobs could really impact your earning potential in the long run, or so goes the advice. So I'm still figuring out, we'll see how that works out for me. My hope is that things like real estate video and corporate videos will help to be that like financial piece of pushing forward, turning creative work into a full-time business. And this step of creating free work to build my portfolio and build relationships, be known by people in the community. A really good example is just last night, I went to the craft brewery that I'm gonna shoot the video for. They were having a Mario Kart tournament, and there were people there playing Mario Kart, so I just got some video for some B-roll for the video that I'm gonna make for them for their website. And someone came up to me when I was closing up my tab as I was leaving. He asked, you know, what kind of photography I do, or videography or whatever. And he owns a food truck and was interested in having some professional photos and videos done for his website, and I think he said Instagram too. Those opportunities feel like the things that I've been missing out on by not just getting out in public with my camera and shooting stuff and talking to people and making connections. So that's just kind of the stage that I'm at right now. This is The Practice by Seth Godin, the book that I mentioned earlier. I thought I had a copy of, I was about to say something about the book The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, and I thought I had a copy of that book, but I think I just have it on Kindle. So I have an idea of what I want my life to look like as a full-time creator, entrepreneur, and I'm trying to work backward from there. Doing things to gain experience and make money, push myself creatively and professionally, and treat this like a profession is what I'm trying to do, so that when I do eventually turn this into a legitimate full-time business, that there's much less of a transition period and I'll already have my systems and my processes in place. The reason that I was going to talk about the War of Art is in that book, Stephen Pressfield says that, I forget the exact quote, but he talks about character, like when can you call yourself a professional at something? And most people just think you're a professional at something if you make money to do it. But what he argues in the book is that it doesn't matter whether or not you get paid to do something. It's more about the mindset and how you view yourself in whatever that thing is. So if I want to be a creative professional, a photographer and a videographer and a filmmaker, then I need to view myself as a professional in those things. Start to look at how I present myself to the world, rather than tell people that I'm a chef at a dude ranch and I work seasonally, saying that I'm a videographer. And it's already started to pay dividends in my mindset and just how people view me and how I build those relationships with people. At the risk of this video turning into just a list of who I subscribe to on YouTube, another creator that I love and who's really influenced my ideas and how I view the industry is Tyler Stallman. And I'm stealing his idea of a full stack creator, basically being a solo entrepreneur in the creative space and just knowing how to do everything full stop. Like knowing photo editing, lighting techniques, audio, video editing, portrait photography, writing contracts and copyright, and just being basically a one-stop shop. At the very least, when you're getting started, teaching yourself how to do all those things will really help to shape the direction that you take your business in. So on top of all of the people that I've already mentioned, there's a lot more people that influence me. I feel like I've curated this nice little influence of creators on YouTube. And I'd love to make beautiful travel videos like Mark Harrison. In fact, a lot of the waterfalls and volcanoes video, the Oregon video that I made, was directly trying to emulate some of his work. I've learned so much from guys like Danny Gewirtz and Mark Bone, technical aspects of filmmaking from guys like that. I've learned a ton from people like Dunna and Cam McKay and Patrick Tommaso. Just all these creators who have different viewpoints and make different kinds of videos and talk about different things has all really helped to influence. And I can't forget about Colin Kelly. Has been huge in learning how to color grade in DaVinci Resolve. The other interesting thing too is that most of these people, maybe not most, but a lot of them are younger than me. And some people think that makes a big difference, that maybe you can't learn anything from somebody who's younger than you. I have a lot of experiences in life, and there's plenty that I can teach to people, but having this belief that I can't learn from someone that's younger than me, especially in a field like this that I'm just now gaining experience in, it would only hold me back in the long run. So it really shouldn't matter, but if you think that it does, I promise you can learn from people no matter their age relative to yours. So that's where I'm at. That's the plan. If you liked the video and thought it was interesting or helpful in any way, please leave a comment below. I really want to try to engage with the creative community and help in any way that I can, because I've learned so much. And in that vein, I'll leave links in the description to all of the creators that I mentioned, to their YouTube channels, or they all have YouTube channels, so I'll just link to YouTube so that you can go watch their videos and be inspired by them like I have. I don't know what the difference is between disco and party. Mountain biked in the Arizona. Did I already say that? Nose is getting red. Come on. Definitely not. I don't fucking know.